Hello, fellow Annihilators. I am the Annihilator, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I think this is part 8. Going longer than I expected. I thought I'd give up ages ago. Anyway, let's get right back into this and find out who killed Jackhammer. I think his name was. I actually watched a video recently of someone else playing this game, and I actually found out that you can look at people's profiles like this. So Maya Fey, Miles Edgeworth, Dick Gumshoe, Will Powers, Security Lady, Jackhammer. So yeah, I didn't know that. So we need to talk about the security lady. About the security guard at the main gate to the studio. Oh, the security lady. I think that's his voice. She's terrible. She called me suspicious looking. Yes, actually she said the same thing to me before. Take off that mask, were her words, I believe. She sucks up to all the bigwigs at the studio. But let her see you stumble once and she'll never let up on you. Grr, she's got some nerve. Do you think you could write up a letter formally oh, that's Phoenix talking. Do you think you could write up a letter formally requesting my representation? Of course. Powers' request. Document proving Will Powers' request for an attorney. I just hope this will get me past that security lady. I hope so, because otherwise what will the rest of this chapter be? Studio, main gate. Present. Ma'am, have a look at this. It's a letter of request from Mr. Powers. Yes, I recognise this bold, childish scrawl. Powers' request given to the security lady. To think he would entrust his fate to youths of such unreliable appearance. Really? Anyway, you may pass. But only left from here towards the studios. No going to the right. That's the employee area. Well, if I can, I'm going to the right. No one allowed inside, pal, were my instructions. The good detective told me himself. Hey, Nick. Huh? There were maps in the security guard station. Hey, not bad. Those are 50 cents apiece, thank you. Well, time to go, Nick. 50 cents! Guide map to Global Studios. Well, I guess I'll check this. Oh wait, so if that's the main gate, then we have to go to the right to go to the studios, which isn't that where the murder took place? But she said to only go to the left. Weird. Maybe I misheard. Okay, move. Outside Studio 1. October 16th, Studio 1 entrance. Oi, aren't you that murderer from the other day? Ah, it's that confused detective. Hey pal, you know Prosecutor Edgeworth is all upset and it's all your fault. I saw him sipping tea and staring gloomily out the window. So? Hey, he's depressed. It's all your fault for doing such a sloppy detective work. I actually really like Gumshoe. I feel bad for him. Detective? I think you hurt his feelings. Oh no, I'm sorry. Well, I think his feelings are easily hurt. You're right, pal. It's all my fault. I can blame other people all I want, but I know the truth in my heart. Hey, don't take it so hard. There's always the next case. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Hey, what exactly are you two doing here? Well, we're on this case too, pal. Hey, you can't just go around saying pal like that. That's my thing. That's my endearing character trait. I'd say he's a character, alright. I suppose we can talk to him. Investigation, see if he's got any evidence. So how's your investigation going, detective? Well, hey, I can't tell you that, pal. Nick, maybe you need to be a little more indirect with your questions. Right, so, detective, mind if I take a look at what you got? What I got? The autopsy report. The latest version, if you please. Right. Sorry about what happened last time, pal. Jack's autopsy report. Time of death is, well, it's obviously the 10th month and the 15th day. Because there's not a 15th month. At 2:30 p.m. Cause pierced through the chest by a spear. Okay. Reason for arrest. Why was Mr. Powers arrested? Simple, pal. The murder took place right over there in Studio 1. Now, the victim entered Studio 1 at approximately 1 p.m. So 1 p.m. That's an hour and a half after, yeah. At that time, there was no one other than the victim in the studio. According to the autopsy report, the time of death was 2:30. I didn't need to check. Only one person went to the studio between 1 and 2:30. And that person was none other than Will Powers. No one else, pal. If you think I'm lying, ask the security lady at the main gate. Nick, if that's true, anyone would think that Powers did it with that kind of evidence. Thanks for cheering me up, and the security lady did also say that he was the only person. About the security lady. Oh, that sweet old lady, what a charmer. Of course, he likes her. Huh? Are we talking about the same person? When I showed her my badge, she gave me a donut and some coffee. Ooh, Remember what Powers said? She's a sucker for authority. She even gave me a piece of valuable evidence. What? Decisive evidence. What kind of evidence? Well, that photo. The photo of the steel samurai heading towards the scene of the crime. What? Who took that? See the camera up there on the gate, pal? The gate? You mean the one with the welcome sign? Yeah, whenever someone walks by, that camera automatically snaps up a photo of them. Oh no. Nick, he has evidence. We're finished. Funny, for someone with hard proof, he doesn't look too happy. No, he doesn't. What's wrong, pal? You seem down. Don't look so happy when you say that. Oh, ho, 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 ho. You're not Santa Claus. We'd like to ask the employees here some questions. Sure thing, pal. Go wherever you like. Of course, you're not going to find any clues I haven't already found. Ha 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 ha. I'm glad someone around here seems to be enjoying themselves. Nick, let's go. We've got a free pass to this place. Now's our chance to check things out. Okay, do I have anything? No, nothing else to talk about. So, let's summon. Let me just check in the options to see if I can actually, change the sensitivity. No, I can't, unfortunately. So, I suppose let's head towards Studio 2. The studio mascot. Oh, that's what I'm looking at. I guess it's a monkey of some kind. But what kind of monkey has a nose like that? He's holding a sign in his hand. Right to Studio 1, left to Studio 2. What's up with that thing? It looks kinda busted. Oh, that wind was pretty strong yesterday, and the head broke off. It took that tree down with it too. Okay. The entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. Let's go in and check it out, Nick. Hey, it's locked. Looks like you need a card key to get in. It makes sense that they would want to keep the non-employees out. Alright then. Oh, no. What do I do? Hey, there's a camera here. That's the security camera. It takes photos of people going to the studio. All you have to do is look at the data and you can see who went where. There's a number plate on the camera. ST1307. That must be the camera ID number. That must be important somehow. So can I get a card key? No. Where do I go? I don't know where I'm going. Detective Gumshoe, what's down the path to the left? Oh, that's how I... That's nowhere near the path to the left, though, where I clicked. It looks like a tree fell down over the path. Oh yeah, that way's kinda dangerous. You should stay out, pal. There's nothing down there anyway. That's where Studio 2 used to be, they tell me. They don't use it now, though. Okay. I guess move back to the studio. Nick, look. That security lady is in the guard station stuffing her face with donuts. I guess all cops like their donuts. Yeah, and they're soft enough she doesn't need teeth to chew them. Hey, you! Well, are you satisfied Powers is guilty yet? We haven't even gone into the studio. We haven't really found any evidence at all. She had to make my life harder by giving that photo to Detective Gumshoe. Let's talk then. Photographic proof. Why didn't you tell us about the security photo, ma'am? Oh, that. I just thought it would be more thrilling to talk with the detective himself. These things are important, you know. Oh, just to the left from here is the gate with the camera that took that photo. It's my job to check the photos every day, you see. Okay, reason for suspicion. This guard station is in a central position. No matter where you go here, you pass my station first. Now, poor Hammer, he went to the studio just before 1. The murder happened right around 2, you see? 2:30, see? The only one I seen go through... The only one I seen? Don't you mean I saw? Go through here between 1 and 2:30 was Powers himself. The security camera got a good look at him too. If he's not the one that did it... Your grammar is all over the place. If he's not the one what did it, I don't know who is. Maybe it was you. Yeah, good one, Sonny. She thinks I was joking. Mr. Hammer. Was the victim, Mr. Hammer, a popular actor? Oh, he was the biggest star in the studio. Was, past tense. Well, he's dead. Oh yes, he was great as the bearded samurai. That too, yes. He shone the brightest back in the day. Making a star like him play the evil magistrate, it's a disgrace, I tell you. Hammer took it pretty hard, and who can blame him? Automatic camera, about the security camera. Oh yes, the camera. It's automatic. It can tell when someone walks through the gate, see? then it snaps a photo. Apparently, it records the time when it takes a picture too. But I don't bother myself with those details. I just view all the photos on the computer over in the security guard station. I check 'em every day before going home, I do. Oh my god, this voice. I'm sure I don't need to tell you that it's ruining my voice. Okay, let's see. The computer that runs the studio security cameras. Hey, no touching! Okay. An overhead map of the studios. Right from here is the employee area. To the left are the actual film studios. Okay. So can I go... Oh, employee area. I don't think I could go there before. Let's go. October 16th, Global Studios employee area. Nick, this is where they do all the behind the scenes stuff. Hey look, there's Powers' dressing room. No one's here this soon after the murder, I guess. Let's take a look around. Okay. Let's see. The door to the dressing room, it's not locked. Hey Nick, let's take a look inside. Maybe we can find something as a souvenir? What do you mean, find? You never know, there might be something like the samurai spear. We don't need a spear. And that's the murder weapon for crying out loud. Okay. Nice vending machine. Let's see, cola, candy, chips, gum. Huh, it's so normal. I was expecting some cool themed snacks or something. Popcorn at least. Wait, look, samurai soda. Nick, try this. Ladies first. There's a sign by the dressing room door. Well, Powers, it must be neat to be the star and have your own room like this. Ooh. Ooh. The metal grate on the drain here has been taken off. Maybe whoever... No, that wouldn't make sense. I was going to say that somebody snuck into here to get past to the security lady, but you need to go past the security lady to get here. That was a pretty big drain. A kid could fit through there, I bet. Yeah, if you snuck in that way, you would have to pay at the gate. You wouldn't have to pay at the gate. Well, if you want to leave that way, be my guest. Right. Huh? Hey, I'm not a kid. Well, you're closer to a kid than I am. Me, the character, not me, in real life. There's a half-finished backdrop for a stage here. Looks like a castle. Probably Neo-Oldie Tokyo Castle. Okay. That must be the storage room. That's where they keep all the film equipment. Wow, Nick, you know a lot about the industry. What else would they keep in a film studio? Some nice food here. The remains of yesterday's lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone on one of the plates, minus the steak. T-bone steak, that would have hit the spot. You just had a burger. Yeah, but I have a second stomach just for steaks. What? There's a nice bicycle here. Looks like one of those electric-powered bicycles. I don't know about these. I mean, what's the point? It makes it a lot easier to go up hills. Don't people cycle to get exercise? Kids these days. Anything else around here? Not particularly. Oh, we can go into the dressing room. October 16th, the Global Studios dressing room. Powers' dressing room. So this is where he was sleeping? Or at least this is where he claims he was sleeping. No one actually saw him taking a nap here, did they? Right, and there's a picture of him near the crime scene. I hope he's telling the truth, for his sake. Okay, let's examine. They always have mirrors like this in the dressing room. I see my hair is still nice and spiky, just how I like it. Like an anime protagonist. Stuff here. There's a vast array of cosmetics here. Ooh, this is the wig he used in Samurai Boogie Woogie. Nick, try this on. No, it'll flatten my spikes. And how can you tell the name of a show just by looking at a wig? I am kinda like samurai movies. Kinda? Okay. There's some clothes here. There's some regular suits in among the costumes here. These must be his own clothes. It'd be fun to wear one of the costumes. I'd say you were already wearing one myself. There's a bunch of snacks on the table. I must give these to the employees. Some tea and cookies. Nick, I'm hungry. You just had a burger. Yeah, but I'm American. How many stomachs does this girl have? Looks like someone was sleeping here. Maybe Powers did take a nap here yesterday? It's locked. Looks like he doesn't open his window much. I guess it is kind of dusty outside. Anything else? Anything else? There's a bag. This must be Powers' bag. Hey, don't open that. Look. An employee card key. That must be Powers'. Yes, we can go to Studio 1. Let's take it, Nick. Borrow it, you mean borrow. Card key for studio employees grants entry to Studio 1. Okay. It wasn't ticked. I wonder what else is inside Powers' bag. Stop that. My partner, the thief in training. Anyway, as I was saying, I wish it was like in Danganronpa, where you... Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Where you can, like, press a button and it can show you all the stuff that you can, like, investigate. That'd be good, but unfortunately, that's not what... You can't do that here. No, I don't. I keep pressing the wrong buttons. Examine. And... boom. The entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. Let's go in and check it out, Nick. I wonder if this card key we borrowed from the dressing room will work. Well, seeing as though it says Studio 1 on it, I assume so. It opened. Alright, we're in. She's way too happy for someone visiting a crime scene. Okay. Inside Studio 1. October 16, Studio 1. What is it? You're real quiet all of a sudden. Doesn't it give you the shivers, Nick? That white tape, it's so real. Well, the evil magistrate did die here, and the steel samurai killed him. The murder weapon was the samurai spear. Sounds pretty real to me. Let's examine. They outlined where Jack Hammer's body lay with tape. His body was found still inside the evil magistrate costume. I guess that's why the head part looks like a helmet. Funny, I expected a spear stabbing would leave at least a few bloodstains. True. I guess the costume must have absorbed most of it. Can I not open this bag? No, okay. Camera? Wow, look at that camera. That must cost a ton. Yeah, so don't touch it. Whoa, it's heavier than I thought. Until I see them, I'm not going to give them a voice. Hey, you, no touching that. Ooh, she looks kind of sexy. I'm sorry, my partner is kind of, you know. You know? No, I don't know. Who are you? Penny. Penny. What voice should I give her? I'm gonna give her the typical, like, American, like, super addicted to your phone voice. Like, I like to call it the Britney voice, because everybody in films and movies are always called Britney when they have this voice. Hey, me, I'm an assistant here. I help with props and stuff, moving them around, ordering new ones, etc. We're lawyers representing Mr. Will Powers. Oh, you're WP's people. WP? Oh, Will Powers. WP. I get it. I don't envy you guys one bit. But do what you can for WP, okay? He'd never hurt a fly. He has to be innocent. Don't worry. Leave it to us. Okay, let's talk to her. The day of the crime. Could you tell me anything about the day of the murder? Yes, I was in the studio the whole day. I was the only assistant on staff that day, you see. Only one assistant? Yeah, well, the studios isn't doing so well right now. And yesterday was only rehearsal for our action sequences. Oh, I see. In the morning, we went through the action sequences in the employee area. WP and Hammer were there, along with everybody else. The employee area, that's where Powers' dressing room is, right? Yeah, that's the place. After eating lunch there, Mr. Hammer went to Studio 1. Then I saw Then I saw WP go into his dressing room. But I didn't see either of them after that. Okay, Will Powers? Did you know that Mr. Powers was sleeping in his room? No, I wouldn't go in there unless I had some urgent message for him. I mean, it's his private. What kind of girl do you think I am? What kind? No, I'm sure you're a fine girl. I'm sorry. So much for getting a confirmation of Powers' alibi. What do we do, Nick? We haven't found anything. If WP was the only one who came to the studio, then he has to be the killer. They even have a photograph. If I've learned one thing from Danganronpa, it isn't that simple. Sorry, I know you're busy. Not really. Actually, there's been something bothering me. Aha! That's what I'm talking about. A clue. A lead. Well, I don't know about that, but that day, just after noon, I sensed someone was here. You sensed? Yeah, several times. Some other studio employees, maybe? No, I don't think so. The only thing we had scheduled was an action scene run-through. As the only assistant here that day, I have a feeling it was someone from outside. Really? But wait, if someone had come in here, wouldn't that security lady have noticed them? Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry I don't have any better information than that. No, thanks. That helps us a lot. Anything helps. Let's go put that security lady on the spot. Okay, sensing someone. So you sensed that someone other than the regular film crew was in the studio? Yes, I think. I think doesn't cut it in a witness testimony. Nick, what about that security lady? If someone else came into the studio, she must have seen them. So yeah, you have to go back to old person McGee. Move. Outside Studio 1. Move. Studio main gate. October 16th, Global Studios main gate. What? You're still here? Really, you look as though you've seen a ghost. Assistant Clay. What? I saw that suspicious look on your face. I wanted to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 PM, correct? And the estimated time of Hammer's death was 2:30. Are you sure that Powers was the only one to go through here between those times? Sure as can be. But we have a witness who thinks there was someone from outside here. I just imagine I did an American accent for that. What? Are you absolutely sure you were here watching the whole time? Ma'am? Who was it? Who told you that? Who dares question me? Eek. Alright, you better tell me quick, you spiky-haired cretin. Someone's been complaining about the work I do, eh? We were just talking to the assistant in Studio 1. You shouldn't have said that, she's gonna get fired. She's not even a full-time employee. All you youngins are like that nowadays, running. Oh god, yeah, I can't keep up with this. Never can. Talk so fast. She left. Thank God. Well, Nick, this is our chance to do what we can without her looking over our shoulders. Alright, do I examine the computer, or do I move to the computer? The computer that runs the studio security cameras. Nick, maybe we can see that photo of Powers with this computer. Yeah, maybe. Should I try the computer? Of course. Okay, let's give it a try. You know how to work these things, Nick. Looks like I just have to enter in a few numbers. Let's see, first I need the date of the murder. It looks like the camera turned on at 1 PM that day. 1 PM, that was when the security lady arrived at the guard station. So couldn't someone have come in before that? Oh god, I knew that number was important. I can't remember it. I swear it was 3 something. 307? I'm not sure. There, entered. Hey, it printed out the data for that day. Let's see what we got. Who's that? No, that doesn't look like, what's his face? Huh? How's this a picture of Will Powers? Yeah. Well, he is the one, who always wears that suit. I guess that's why the security lady thought it was him. I don't imagine the detective was very happy with this photo as evidence. Something's printed on the back. Huh? October 15th, 2 PM, photo 2. What does that mean? Maybe there's more photo data from that day? Nope, that's the only one in the computer. Okay. Taken at the gate between the entrance and the studios, October 15th, 2 PM, photo number 2. Hey, Nick. Can't we use this photo as evidence for the trial? Yeah. We'll put that security lady in her place with this. Right, we'll put her in her place. Hey, that's what I said. Anyway, let's show her this photo and see what she says. Wait, let's not. Why not? It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy too soon. Nick, you're craftier than I gave you credit for. Why, you could be the next evil magistrate. Hey, why do I have to be the villain? Relax, it was just a joke. So, are we done for today? I think this photo is what we needed for the trial. Still, it'd be better if we had some idea who the real killer was. Maybe it really is that security lady? I doubt it. To be continued. October 18th, 10 AM, District Court, Courtroom number 4. Here we are again. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honour. The defence is ready, Your Honour. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during this trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well, I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. Very well, I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. I think that Detective Gumshoe is going to be a recurring testimony witness. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scene during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station, there is a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder, where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people there. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. I hope that What's-Her-Face isn't the killer, because I really like her. Then, after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m, the security lady got to the guard station. Now, jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m, the production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled because he was dead. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to that whole thing again? Definitely skip it. I think I can probably remember that. So, the murder weapon was a spear? How medieval. Samurai spear added to the court record. The spear was found stuck in the chest of the victim. No, that's not his voice. Your Honour, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call this security officer to the stand. Oh, I thought Gumshoe was going to give us testimony, but I guess he wasn't really a witness. Will the witness declare her name? What is her name? Oh, Old Bag. Oh, My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Your name, please. Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. Your name, please. Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names. Wendy Old Bag, dearie. Definitely not surprised with that name. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to wait for her to finish. Objection! Objection. I object to the witness's talkativeness. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. I was just getting to the good part, dearie. Perhaps we can get to the testimony. Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Yesy, I was. And to get to the scene of the murder, would someone have to pass by you? You know your stuff, dearie. You may begin your testimony. She sure is one hell of an old bag. Witness testimony. Witness's account. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through there since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading towards the studio. Okay. You saw the defendant then? Very well, let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honour. Okay, so I actually found out from that other person that I was watching play this game that when you press someone on something, it doesn't actually detract a point if you're wrong. Anyway, let's see my evidence. I don't have much evidence. Time of death, blah de blah de blah. Okay. Wait. Maybe. I don't know. Taken at the gate between the entrance and the studios. Aha. No. Okay. I'm gonna press her on all these things, since it doesn't detract any points. So up until that time, anyone who wanted to could go into the studio. Well, there wasn't a security guard at the gate, no. The main gate was locked, dearie. You'd need an employee card key to get in. Right, the card key that I have. So what she's saying is no one who wasn't supposed to be there could get in. Was there anyone at the studios when you arrived at the guard station? Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through there since the morning. Let's press on that. A run-through? They were working out a scene between the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate. They got the basics figured out by noon, and we're to use the afternoon for practice. Rehearsals were supposed to start at 5. That's why poor old Hammer went to Studio 1 in the afternoon. So Powers was in his dressing room sleeping, when he was supposed to be practicing. Talk about a laid-back hero. If there was a run-through in the morning, why did you only get there after noon? Well, I had some errands to run that morning. Okay, let's press on that as well. What kind of errands? Oh, well, you know. Answer the question. Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers observing, you know. Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station? Whippersnapper, I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job. I'm not sure your boss would see it that way. Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs. Always. Never miss one in all my years. Wow, I want to see a Steel Samurai run-through too. You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty. Not a bad idea. Okay, let's press her on this as well. Did you see the victim then? Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Tell us what happened next. Okay, I was at the main gate from then until 5. You sure you was there the entire time? So you're watching there the whole time, no breaks, not even a second. Of course, I'm a professional, you know? Or are you criticizing how I do my job, whippersnapper? No, it's just after seeing you eating those donuts in the guard station yesterday. I can watch the gates and eat donuts at the same time. Snipper whapper? Snipper whapper? Old windbag is losing it, Nick. Why don't you raise an objection? So, the witness was on duty through the afternoon the whole time. Very well. What did you see? Actually, I have a feeling what I need to do. Okay, I'm going to present this picture because maybe I can say that it might not be. Well, it doesn't really contradict the evidence. No, it doesn't. Oh, maybe I need to present the picture on this.
Objection!
Let me get this straight, Miss Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers. Yes, I think this is the one that I needed to do. But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. Uh-huh. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo Oldie Tokyo. Miss Oldbag, is this the Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right? No, they... when Edgeworth saying it, you know you've screwed up. Well, I mean, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. I know that. I wasn't born yesterday. No one is in the court is accusing you of that, Miss witness. He is having trouble calling her old bag, apparently. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you? Humph, nosy old man. Of course I have proof. What? Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised. The prosecution would like to ask the witness. Please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time. How was I to know everybody would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look. Wow, old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof, then. And we will hear this witness testimony in the next episode, I do believe. If you liked the video, then don't forget to annihilate that like, share, and subscribe button. And if you want to see more like this, then I will see you in the next episode. Bye!